Hey, it's your boy the Crypto Goon, and shout out to all my crypto goons for pulling up once again. I salute you all for pulling up. So today I got 3 smokers for you, but let's talk and let's hop into these charts. Now the first one that we're looking at is MATIC, also known as Polygon. But before we get there, let me rewind the tape. I told you all exactly what was going to happen on MATIC a couple weeks ago before it happened. Over here in MATIC, we had this breakout out of this triangle pattern. Now I said previously, my previous videos, I'm looking for this to come down even more. We're in this correction channel right now. And again, I'm looking to get some of this at these lows right here. Now, as you can see, we're down here at the lows and we are currently at 30 cents. We at the lows. So right now is a good buy. Now, where am I looking for MATIC to go long term? So of course, if you've been here for a while, you know we use the Fibonacci. I go from the low before the last breakout to the high. And of course, you know this Fibonacci is reversed. So I'm looking for MATIC, also known as Polygon, to go to $27.56. Now, another thing that I also use is I measure the previous bull runs to kind of give me an idea of where price could possibly be going. So when I measure it, as you can see here, now the 141 is always law for me. I don't really use the 161 too often because the 161 is like 50-60% accurate, but the 141 is about 90-95% accurate as far as price targets. You can go back and look at my previous videos. The 141 always pans out for us as a first price target. Now the next one that we have on the list is ALGO. But before we get there, let's rewind the tape. And I told you exactly what ALGO was going to do before it did it. Now here's another one. ALGO. I talked about ALGO. We broke out of this triangle pattern. I'm looking for ALGO to make a move down right here to the 618, 19 cents, and then I'll be loading up and pulling the trigger. Okay, so as you can see, we broke the 50 and we kind of went to the 618. So for me, I'm going to give this one a little bit more time before I actually get in. And I want it to actually have a candle that stays, maybe closes below the 50%. And then I'm adding to my position. Now, as far as this goes, right? Of course, you know, I got to reverse the Fibonacci on this one. I'm looking to ride this one up to $1.30. That's just me. That's just my opinion. Again, the 141 is always law and it hasn't let me down yet. 90-95% accurate. You can't miss with it. Learn about the Fibonacci. Now, the last one is ADA, also known as Cardano. Again, I told you all what it was going to do. Let's rewind the tape. Now, here's another one, ADA. I talked about this in a previous video, and also I published my chart on TradingView. Let me scroll out to the monthly. So as you can see, we're in this triangle pattern, and then we had a major breakout, okay? Now I'm looking for this to go up to $25.56 during this bull run. Now, as far as entry from here, right now, let me put the fib back in its natural state. So I'll be adding to my position at 50 cents, okay? So I'm actually in profit on this one. I had an order set up and we hit exact on the line where I said it was going to go. And I'm actually in profit on this one right now. So we'll see what happens. If we drop back down to that previous low, then I'll add to my position. But again, for this one, I'm looking for this one to hit the upside and hit $25.56 long term. Again, utilizing the 141. The 141 is law over here. I love how it operates. It's consistent. Learn the Fibonacci. Trust me, it measures human emotion, and it's something that can be used consistently, especially in the cryptocurrency market. And also, again, if we look at the previous bull run, the size of it, right? So if we measure the size of the previous bull run, right, from the low to the high, and we place it here to the base of this bear market, you can see it, right? It matches up pretty much a little bit past the 141, but the 141 is where I will be liquidating, okay? Woo! XCN going crazy. We talked about that one, up 938% on a month. Let's look at this week. So it was a bloody week, you know, with all the terrorists and stuff that Trump was talking about. A lot of people got scared. A lot of, you know, larger players liquidated their positions, but that's love for us. When they liquidate, we pick those coins up. It's money in our pocket. That's what we need. Again, hopefully next week we have a better week, but we'll see what happens. Either way, buying on the lows is how you have those $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 days. Keep dollar cost averaging from the lows. It's a very simple game, right? I have my price targets, but I always pick up on the lows. I use the Fibonacci to kind of, give me a better idea of what those lows are. Like I showed you in the previous three, we hit those three lower targets, right? And I just so wish that I could short some of these cryptocurrencies. I know you can short them on Oanda, 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 which is a Forex platform, but they have a cryptocurrency side where you can actually place short positions. I think I'm going to do a video on that and start, loading up on some shorts. Cause I was looking at like the SUI, I talked about that the SUI was going to make a new high, and then the SUI was going to go into a bear market while the rest of the cryptocurrencies, or, the majority of them were going to enter into a bull market. Now, just to show you all the SUI, now I did a bunch of videos on this when the SUI was in this area, and I was saying that we were going to go to the 141. We hit it. We went past it. But now, as you can see, we're creating these candle patterns, right? They call this a falling star. But as you can see, it's starting to come down. So I'm looking for a correction on the SUI that's about this same size. As you can see, their corrections are normally the same size, right? See, correction. So I'm looking for a correction down into this area down here, right? In this area right here. And then that's when I will start buying again. But as of right now, I see the SUI going down. Again, if you dollar cost average, more power to you. We're way off the highs. So, do what you got to do. But in my opinion, we will come down into this area right here. Okay. And just to kind of give you a better idea, let me pull out something, rectangle. Right here somewhere is where we're going to come into, and then the price will reverse again. And then we'll see, the next bull run, and most of the other cryptocurrencies will be in bear territory. Okay. And then that's when we'll see a similar size bull run that we see here and that we had here, but we'll have another one up. Right. Because the SUI already had its run. So I was thinking about, creating an account on Wanda and see if they offer the SUI. And if they do, I was going to load up on short positions on that and, go crazy on that, because I don't see that one having any more upside. Now, this was released about 2 hours ago. White House embraces crypto as SEC opens door for banks. The Trump administration is moving swiftly to reshape federal digital asset policy. On January 23rd, President Trump issued an executive order that reverses key elements of a Biden-era federal policy framework that emphasized strict oversight, enforcement actions, and consumer protection warnings. On the same day, the SEC eliminated accounting rules that had effectively prevented banks from offering crypto custody services, marking a dramatic and coordinated shift in government's approach. Executive order reverses federal digital asset policy. The executive order explicitly rescinds both President Biden's Executive Order 14067 and Treasury's Framework for International Engagement on Digital Assets, two cornerstones of previous U.S. crypto policy, where Biden's directive prioritized central bank digital currency (CBDC) development. Trump's executive order prohibits federal agencies from pursuing CBDCs, characterizing them as threats to the stability of the financial system, individual privacy, and the sovereignty of the United States. The executive order also outlines a new regulatory direction focusing on private sector development of digital assets. Under the order, regulators must establish clear jurisdictional boundaries, protect access to blockchain networks, and support stablecoin development. This approach differs notably from previous administrations' focus on the restrictions and risks of digital assets. So Trump is making big moves with cryptocurrency and opening the door. Let's get these gains. But anyway, I appreciate you all tapping in. Shout out to all my crypto goons. And you know the vibes. Crypto goon out.